Let us all take a moment to bow our heads at the death of the Republican health care bill. This bill has been born and died and born and died and born and died. But it's dead again. And the new guy has been all over Twitter calling to repeal it. That's right. Repeal it. Replace it right now. Or replace it later. But the most disturbing thing about all of this is it's gotten very hateful. Yeah. Like Nevada Republican official Diana Orrock retweeted an article calling for Senator John McCain to just die already. I mean, which is just, she included, and now she has apologized because, of course, people went, what the hell? But, I mean, come on now. This is a little out of control.
Now, she did tweet and apologize.
Yes, she apologized.
My apologies. Today's retweet was disrespectful. Senator McCain is an American hero. I don't wish anyone harm. But it was a little confusing because she did say she was agreeing with the sentiments of the article. But the article said, and I quote,
yes,
I sincerely, genuinely hope that Arizona Senator John McCain's heart stops beating and that he is subsequently declared dead by a qualified medical professional very soon.
Yes.
That's not very vague.
Well, it's not vague, and that's why,
pretty specific.
That's why I'm like, what? Listen, you're supposed to be, this is somebody in your own party. You gotta go. They got to replace you. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Who was a war hero also, by the way.
Who wrote it in the first place is a Bernie Sanders person. She's a lefty.
Why are we jumping straight to death threats?
I'm just saying that both sides in this case.
Well, but everybody's got to, you know, but the bottom line is like, what is going on here? Yeah. What is going on?
It's gotten nastier than it's ever been, and we've talked about this sort of de-evolution of our civility towards one another, and I think we're seeing it in government, certainly. But people are really concerned about their health care. I mean, ABC News and the Washington Post did a poll. 2-to-1 Americans prefer the Affordable Care Act over this new Republican plan. And I think what's also interesting is that the Senate themselves, the Senate Republicans and their staff were exempt from the health coverage offered by this new plan.
That should be mandatory that they have to have whatever they decide on. That's only fair.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Yeah.
And it used to be called, I want what you got.
Yeah, this is
remember that?
A life or death situation.
But you know, people didn't really appreciate the Obamacare when it was actually working and doing well. Because they thought, people have a fantasy, we're going to get rid of this and we're going to get something really, really good because the con man in the White House told them that. Yeah. And now they realize, hey, you know, it's like, you know that song they put in a parking lot? You don't even know what you've lost until it's gone?
Yeah.
It feels like that.
For all their years of, for all their years of complaining, they didn't work on a new version, though. So then they decided, oh, shoot, you want us to do something about this? And now they
So maybe it's time to repeal and replace McConnell. That might be good.
Yeah. Maybe conservatives would back that, actually. Well, yeah, look, I mean, I think that this violent rhetoric comes from both sides. You had Senator Dean Heller this week got a horrible message that said, someone had said, you know, if I die as a result of this bill getting passed, I'm going to take you with me.
Who said that?
This is Senator Dean Heller, the protester. You know, someone who protests the passing of this bill. And you have it on both sides. Senator Jeff Flake. It's coming at Republicans. It's coming at Democrats. And I think a lot of the concerns...
Coming at Democrats?
It's coming from both. It's coming from both sides toward both sides, is what I'm saying. And I think...
Well, who started it?
Who started it?
Yeah, it's like it started
It actually started in 1776. This is not the nastiest it's been.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, this is par for the course. We haven't seen a lot of it like this, but this has always been nasty. But I guess my annoyance is that wishing people dead isn't going to change the fact that the bill that the Republicans put out stinks.
That's true.
Even the Republicans said it stinks.
That's right. You have
maybe now is the time. Maybe now is the time for everybody to shut up and sit down and say, okay, let's look at the stuff that doesn't work. Forget about it being Obamacare. There's nothing you can do. You can call it Kennedy Care or Kerry Care or Obamacare. It is health care for the American people. Let's start with that and figure out what doesn't work. Hold the feet to the fire of those companies that have not helped us make it better, and let's figure out how to make it work for us, because I'm really sick of everybody who doesn't have to worry about health care talk about it needs to go without having any idea. I'm just tired of it. We need to. Well, it's not just Senate Republicans, it's regular people too. Because if you've never had to deal, if you've never not had any health care, you don't know how desperate people are. So take that into consideration, and let's all sit down and look at what doesn't work and fix that.
But the problem for me, like, there's a fundamental difference between the way a lot of Democrats and a lot of Republicans want to handle this. A lot of Democrats feel that having a more government-centered, government-run system is a better solution. A lot of Republicans feel that they want the free market.
I have to tell you, what the Republicans and the Democrats want is no longer the issue. It's what the people need.
It is for the Congress.
But people didn't like Obamacare, but nobody said, hey, insurance company, you don't get to do this either. You know, we have served so many masters that the people are not getting service, and frankly, I'm sick of it. I want them to shut up about Obamacare or this care, that. Just fix it. Fix what doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, throw it out, and then move on and fix the other crap you're supposed to be doing.
Remember what it was before Obamacare. People with pre-existing conditions could not get insurance.
Yes.
I mean...
And they were in the emergency room.
And where did they go? They went to the emergency room. I often
room.
think, like, what if you have an illness and you have no insurance?
Well,
I had a girlfriend who had no insurance. She needed a hip replacement. She flew to India because it was cheaper to get it there. So, you know, it actually was cheaper to fly to India to pay them, and she got the best care, she said. It was like a hotel. But, I mean, I often think, what did people do? And what they did was they went into an emergency room. Now, what if you have an ongoing illness? They can't take care of that in an emergency room.
They kept on going to the emergency room.
Take care of cancer in an emergency room.
And this is why this is why people said, hey, listen, we got to figure out what to do, because the Republicans were saying, well, too much money is coming out. Well, you know, you can't have it both ways. And all of you who are serving us, y'all better get with the program.
Yeah, but
we want what you got. We want the same care you're getting.
But let's not forget, the bottom line has always been, for this group of people who's in power right now, is not to give people health care, but to give tax cuts to the very wealthy.
That is an unfair assessment. That is not a fair assessment of what Republicans want.
Let's come back to it. We'll be right back.